Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a comparison of two beautiful trail bags so you guys can see what the differences are on them. But before we get into it, if you are new here, hello, I am Ralph by Design. I do bag related content reviews, things of that nature here on my YouTube channel and over on my Instagram. If that's something you do enjoy, please consider subscribing, both totally free here and over on my Instagram. They're both at Ralph by Design. And without any further ado, let's get into this comparison. So we have the current generation trail bag that you guys seen me unbox. I absolutely love this bag. I love this color. I'm a big fan of the style. To me, it's very like vintage, but also modern now. So this is the new model in sport blue, style number CG220. Gorgeous, beautiful. And this is the 1941 version in the color vermilion. And that is style number 78806. This one is from the 1941 collection. If you are not familiar with the 1941 collection, it was a very upscale, high quality, kind of overkill with quality in the best way possible that Stuart Vevers did with Coach. This collection has been discontinued, but they are still available on the resale market. So we want to see a comparison in between these two. So the first thing I noticed right away is the top handle here. So the 1941 has this style of top handle that's attached like that. It's a comfortable carry. It feels great. It's flexible. And the new version has a Rogue top handle. You guys know how much I love a Rogue top handle. So anything with this handle to me is an upgrade. It feels so luxurious. It feels very sturdy. It just reminds me of some really, really good vintage luggage. And I absolutely love that. It's a great size to carry. Another difference that I did notice on the two is this top piece. As you can see on the 1941 version, this has more like a bubble rounded off version here at the top. It is mounted differently. The top handle, the new one is mounted up and down. This one's sideways. And this has edge coating that goes all around the trim leather. So you guys can see there. So that edge coating, it can wear over time, just depending on how you treat the bag. Compared to this new version, so you can see it's totally flat at the top. I believe this is more truer to the original version of it. And this is finished with leather piping all the way around. I absolutely love that they did that, added that extra leather there. It just, to me, it just makes it more durable. It makes it less worrisome that it's going to rub off. I mean, this does scratch, so you can get like corner wear on it, but they can replace this leather trim that goes around. They can re-edge coat this as well. So it's just a matter of which one you do prefer. Personally, to me, this looks more high quality, more finished. So to me, I do prefer the finished edges of the extra leather binding that goes all the way around. It just looks more luxurious, more finished. And to me, feels like it's just gonna last that much longer. Another exterior difference is the 1941 version does have a back slip pocket, although it is a very tight pocket. So I don't see a cell phone fitting in there. I've never put my cell phone in there. If anything, just like a credit card, a Metro card, hotel key card, anything really slim like that, that can fit back there. I'm sure you can fit like a card case in there, but I'm not a big fan of forcing things into pockets and getting them all stretched out and bent out of shape. And this one here does not have that exterior pocket. So that is some functionality you do lose if you're a person that does like to put things in your back pocket for a quick grab and go kind of deal. The 1941 version does have the pocket, whereas the new one does not have that. The bottom as well is different. The 1941 version is just completely flat, smooth leather there. Got the edge coating that goes around, and this one says here that it is made of genuine glove tanned leather. Compared to the new version of this bag that has this lip that's finished that goes all the way around, essentially becoming the feet of the bag that keeps the center of it off of wherever you're putting it down. This one is finished, as you can see there, in original glove tanned leather. This just feels softer and more supple than this. Genuine glove tan leather to me is more of a rigid feel. And this one has, as you can see, like a squish, to where this one's like a little bit more structured. I don't know if I would want to squish that too much, but this one has a nice, lovely squish to the leather. And I do like that they finished the bottom with that lip edge that goes all the way around, kind of acting like feet. And it's just, look how it's like finished all the way around with that extra leather. I absolutely love that detail. Of course, you can notice that the 1941 version had contrast stitching, to whereas the new version has matching stitching. The ends of the zipper are finished different. This one has like little leather tabs on it, to where this one does not. The 1941 version does have the brass hardware on it. The zipper pulls there, as to where the new version of it comes with these leather ones. So these ones can dangle a little bit more and knock against each other. To me, that's not a big deal. It's just the extraness. And you guys know I love the extraness. And these ones won't clap together and make that much noise. The thing that I really wish they would have carried over is that 1941 hang tag. You can see like the huge difference between there. This just looks very substantial and just really catches your attention comparably to this just all leather hang tag. That's more true to like the original, but I love this extra, so I could just imagine this blue with that silver on the hang tag, like you see contrasting here, would have looked amazing on it. But I will add some charms. I will add some extraness to it, of course. The mounting points where the crossbody strap go are a little bit different. This one is actually higher up and is sewn into this leather piece here underneath the zipper, as to where this one actually sits underneath that leather piece, as you can see there. Another thing that I noticed before we get to the inside is they're slightly different shapes. As you can see here, the blue, the new version of it, is actually longer than the 1941 version and just a little bit slimmer. The 1941 version looks like it's like ever so slightly taller than the new current version. Now let's get to the inside of the bag. There's not that much of a difference as far as like pockets or organization on the inside of these bags. They're pretty much the same. The only main difference that you will notice that this 1941 version is lined with that 1941 jacquard canvas. I do love this for durability. You don't really have to worry as much. Like if you have something with a sharp edge or something, it's not going to dent or cut into the leather on here, because this is just a little bit less worrisome. If you get something on it, just wipe it off. It does have that one slip pocket in the back there. So that's just the main difference, is the 1941 canvas lining on this one. This one has the creed sewn into it, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Here on the new version, you will notice that this is actually leather lined. This has like a gorgeous midnight navy interior. So it's all leather inside and out. I do feel like that really elevates the bag. It's one of those little extra things on a bag that makes it extra and just makes it feel more luxurious. You have the same kind of deal. You have a back slip pocket here where this film is there. And instead of the creed being sewn on, this one's actually stamped into the leather there. So yeah, that's the main differences of the inside of the bag, is just the leather compared to the canvas lining. It's totally just a preference on the inside, whether if you prefer the leather or the canvas lining. Personally, I really do love the leather lining just because it feels more luxurious, but the canvas on the inside also makes it more durable. I really like the Rogue top handle that they put on here. It has the same kind of swivel mechanism as all the other Rogues. It makes it easier to lay flatter on the bag compared to the 1941 version. This does move back and forth like this, but not as much. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. These are both gorgeous pieces. They both, of course, have their corresponding crossbody straps, but the 1941 version does have some meatier, nicer hardware on it compared to the new version. They're a lot smaller and not as heavy. Some people might like these, some people might like these. Personally, myself, I do enjoy thicker, heavier hardware. I do love the new silver hardware, but I do prefer like this more beefy hardware on the 1941 version. It just feels so much more substantial. So it's kind of like give and take from the new and the old. I do really like the new rework, but there is some things from the 1941 version that I wish would have carried over. The hardware being one of them. Buckles are slightly different there. This is more rounded off compared to the new version. It's just the hardware in general to me was nicer on the 1941 version. I mean, overall, I just love them both, but I do prefer the rework that they did. To me, I feel like it's a lot more elevated. Like I said, the only things that I would carry over is the hardware from the 1941 version and that 1941 hang tag that is missing on this new version. Maybe I would have also kept the back pocket. To me, it's not that big of a deal because I don't use it too much, but it does come in handy sometimes when you got your credit card, your ID, your hotel key card, what have you, to be able to get in and out of there without having to unzip the whole bag. Because I know like to some people that like to carry these crossbody, when they're carrying a crossbody, they say it makes it hard to get into the bag with the crossbody strap on. But this new version, it's actually mounted lower, so it's not right under the zipper, to where this one, if you lift up the hardware on it, it's actually covering the zipper. But if you look at this one flipped all the way up, it's not going across the zipper. So I think they addressed that issue that some people had with this bag. Even though they did move this a little bit lower, it does make it a little bit difficult with the strap in place to get in and out of it. But me personally, I prefer to carry it top handle anyway, so that does not bother me whatsoever. So this is what I'm talking about here. On the new trail bag, the mounting point is lower and the 1941 is higher, so it doesn't get in your way as much on this new version. And what I wanted to show you guys here is these bags are fully loaded, and on the 1941 version, it doesn't flip around, doesn't have any issues like that whatsoever. But on the new version here, this is loaded with the exact same items as the 1941 version. You see that it does tilt back and forth. It's nothing bad, not like when it's empty, it does flip around. My friend Ashley pointed that out. Thank you, Ashley. And I mean, it's not a big issue. As you can see, I can flip it around and it's perfectly fine. But that is something I just wanted to point out. So next I wanted to show you guys what fits in both of these trail bags. The new trail bag is slightly shorter, but here we have a sunglass case. My pill case, I finally replaced it. AirPods Pro with a case on. My lip balm. And my Coach card case that I carry everywhere with me. And also a hand sanitizer. All fits in there perfectly fine, but you see it's full to the top with that stuff. I mean, I could squeeze in a couple more things, but everything fits just fine there. And here we have the 1941 version. Like I said, the 1941 version is a little bit taller. So here we have my sunglass case, my pill case, my iPod Pros with a case, my card case, my hand sanitizer, and my lip balm. And as you can see, there's still some room at the top, so you could stack some more stuff up there if you want, but they both hold a great amount. So those are just some of the things that I noticed on the difference of the trail bag with the 1941 version and the current collection. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, which you prefer, the 1941 version or the current version of it, and what you wish they would have changed or kept on these bags. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget, stay extra out there. Bye!